Appobassen, I'd like to remind you that this is a family show.
Oh, well,
So there's going to be a lot of bloops and beeps and all that in this one.
Not that we discriminate against
If you need to know
LGBT.
exactly what was going on, we may put an unedited version on YouTube or something.
Welcome back, folks. Another episode of Appalachian Bass Assassin Outdoors. By God, it's been a while. But we got the crew back together. Honcho, Rick James here on the back, and yours truly, Hot Shot. Honcho, he's been daggum doing his thing with, what's it called? Honcho Fishes or Fishing with Honcho?
Well, the Facebook page is Honcho Fishes because they wouldn't let me name it Fishing with Honcho.
Okay, well, y'all heard that. He's been doing his thing. Y'all been checking him out, and that's cool. Life has kind of got in the way of us fishing on a regular basis for the last little while, but by God, we've had enough of that bull crap. Democrats ruining our lives and whatnot. No more. We're not putting up with it like Judge Kavanaugh. By God, we're going to start fishing again on a regular basis. Blah, 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 blah. The daggum fall bite should be here. It ain't here today. It is not here today. We've caught a grand total of 3 fishermen here. We've caught a grand total of 3 fish. I caught one, RJ caught one, Honcho, oh yeah, Honcho caught 2, my bad. We've had 4 fish caught. And then I missed 2 on a frog in this darn pad here. But hey, that's the name of the game. But we ain't but a couple of weeks away from that fall pattern. And boy, are we ever looking forward to it.
Man.
My God in heaven. Woo! I'm talking fish just gonna be jumping in the boat.
Left and
Simple
right.
as that. Simple as that. But we're glad to be back. We're gonna be coming to you first. I want to talk to y'all about something real important that we learned just today. Just today. Every morning, I've been coming a different route to work. Of course, I moved, and so I've had to go a different route to work. But every morning, I come by this lake, and I see these fish busting in the water out there in this lake. Every morning for a week, I seen them. So I tell Honcho, I said, hey, I'm making an executive decision. We're gonna go fish this other lake. I've only fished this lake a handful of times. Maybe, I think today might be the 3rd time in 36 years. Honcho ain't fished it a lot, neither is Rick James. He might have only fished it once, something like that. But we're talking about the great big lake of Broadway, okay? Where would you say this is? Anderson? Is this Anderson, South Carolina?
This is Anderson.
Anderson, South Carolina, on the other side. But there's something that we learned about this lake today. Don't fish it. Okay? Okay. I mean, we can't.
it's horrible.
It's just terrible. I mean, just terrible. Don't you ever. If you're driving down the road, you say, you know what? By God, I think I want to fish Broadway Lake today. Have somebody pull over immediately. If you by yourself, call somebody. Have them come and smack the out of you, okay? If you got a partner with you, such as Rick James or something like that, if I say this again, a Honcho, I expect them to immediately smack me right in the mouth. Because that would be the dumbest thing you could do. When you got Hartwell, Russell, Secession, I mean, hell, I drive to the Lake of the Ozarks before I come back to this pitiful ass place. Speaking of that, I want to go ahead and make my announcement now. I am leaving BASS, and I'm going to MLF. You know, I've got a lot of accolades over my career with BASS, but I'm all about that money. You know what I'm saying? And Major League Fishing, I don't care what nobody says. It's a better format, fishing format than BASS, and they're gonna have higher payouts. It's a no-brainer. These people that's fussing about it, it's because they didn't get an invitation. Well, so sorry, Charlie. But anyway, Honcho, you going?
Oh, absolutely.
Honcho's going to MLF too. Rick,
I'm in.
Rick's in. Damn bass. I mean, just damn 'em. You know, I think it's gonna be good. When we talking about, I think it's gonna be good for bass. So some of these young up and comers can get in on the scene and get their feet wet in professional fishing. But you can't expect people to come in and fish against people like Edwin Evers, the Hackneys and stuff like that, and be consistent. It's just hard. So I think this will be a good way for people to get for these younger anglers, pro anglers to get their feet wet. Honcho's giving me the signal that the video's running a little long, but you know what? I don't give a because we ain't been on here in a while, and by God, I got stuff to talk about.
Well, let me sit down. Hang on a minute.
Sit down.
All right, now.
First, I want to go over, I want to mention some of my new sponsors. A&W Root Beer. Mmm. Boy, that's refreshing. Adidas Cloud Foam. Because we got morals, folks, and we won't be buying Nikes, okay? Nike called me up. They was like, look, we're going to give you $3 million, but you got to put Kaepernick on the side of your boat. You know what I told them? Shove her $3 million straight up there. Because I got morals, by God. Now, as far as marketing goes, it worked for Nike. I completely understand what they're doing as far as marketing goes, but it's bull crap. Anyway, because Kaepernick, that sucker couldn't throw no football. He was terrible. I mean, terrible. I think that last season he played, I think the only person that had worse stats than Kaepernick was Eli Manning. Because he was terrible that year, wasn't he?
Oh, Lord, he's still garbage.
He was awful. I mean, he's still garbage, but I mean, at least he's got a job. As soon as this little contract that Nike's got with Kaepernick runs out, he'll be serving burgers and fries at your local McDonald's. But, well, he can't even do that because they ain't got a hairnet big enough to go over that afro he's got. But anyway, enough about that. Adidas called me up. I was like, yeah, I'll be glad to wear Adidas is on the Bumblebee. Be glad to. And they was like, hey, we'll give you $8. I said, you right, I will. Simple as that. Simple as that. I still had to buy the shoe, but they give me $8. I got $8 off. But what else was I gonna talk about, Honcho?
Who knows?
The election's coming up. I've noticed on Facebook, Instagram, they is videos out the wazoo wanting people to register to vote. Do you know how fast it is to register to vote? Well, you could have done it 3 times in the minute this video's went on. Make sure you register to vote. The election's coming up in 2020. Vote Republican. Okay? If you don't vote Republican, don't vote at all.
Yeah, we got midterms coming up here in a few weeks.
Yeah, but that don't count. The presidential election.
But you got to get to Congress.
The midterms more important than presidential.
No way.
We're gonna have
Also, we need to take a poll. We need to take a poll right quick. Y'all get back to us in the comments whether you think Kavanaugh should get the seat or not. I think he's going to because he's done been investigated umpteen times, ain't found nothing yet. I think this is just a ploy by the left. But whatever. I'm all about politics if you can't tell today because I'm patriotic. And it pisses me off. This is America, damn. America. Also sponsored by, I don't even remember what kind this is.
Oh, that's a good sponsor.
Geek Vape.
Gig?
Geek.
Geek.
Yeah, as in nerds, you know. They make the best electronics. Nerds and Asians. That goes without saying, you know.
I'm sorry.
Also, Asian people can fish. They can catch a fish, by God. Now, they catch some crazy looking fish. The old Mekong, you know what I'm talking about?
The catfish?
The catfish, crazy looking. Biggest catfish on planet Earth, the Mekong. They caught one in Hartwell last week. All the Asians got to do is show up with an egg roll, a plate of rice, and a fishing rod. Boom, they got it. They'll do that and fix your cell phone. Why are they doing it?
Disclaimer, Honcho Fishes is not related to this guy. Is not affiliated with this guy.
I just want to put on the record that we appreciate the Asian community. Okay? We do.
Bamboo
because
Gardens.
Bamboo Gardens.
Oh my God,
My
best
God.
egg roll in Anderson.
I had one last night. I'll tell you what. I took and cut that son of a gun long ways. And then I cut it in sections like this, cover that sucker, not cover it now, not drench it, but just put some of that Kikkoman on it. That's another thing I want to thank the Asians for. Kikkoman, okay? That stuff is delicious. But you put that on a Bamboo Gardens egg roll,
A little bit of duck.
Yeah, we just ran out there. You going to continue
Okay,
on Kikkoman?
Kikkoman is another thing we want to thank Asians for. Also,
By the way, Honcho's phone has a 10-minute limit on videos. So
10 minutes.
that's why we.
10 minutes.
That's enough.
Yeah, it's been 10 minutes. Tell him about it. That's
Good. Wait a minute. Also,
Ain't nobody
also,
watching all that.
Kawasaki. We want to thank you for Kawasaki. Honda, although it probably took some jobs away from Americans. But whatever. They get good gas mileage. Toyota. For Honcho, he's a daggum he's a proud owner. Let me tell y'all what this fool done. This sucker red had a beautiful black F-150 made
this is
in
this is
America.
gonna be cut. This
This
is gonna
ain't
be
gonna
cut.
be good. Made in America, beautiful. What year model is that thing?
I don't remember.
You do remember. It was like a 2016, something like that, wasn't it?
No.
What was it? 15?
14.
2014 F-150 four-door, four-wheel drive, pretty. God have mercy. This sucker's sitting at work. No. Let me rephrase. He was not at work reading an article on the computer about the FJ Cruiser. Sucker made his mind up right then. 2 days later, he's got an FJ Cruiser. Traded that pretty truck for that thing. Cool little ride, but it ain't that F-150. I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh, yeah, Toyotas.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm supposed to go to sleep.
Toyotas, they got good resale value. By God, they better anyway, hadn't they, Honcho?
Honcho's hoping they got good resale value.
I hope it. Sucker hope. Let's take us a pop. Okay. Also, why are we at it? Let's get off of Asians, okay?
It's gonna take me 4 hours to get this video
Hey.
made.
Stature, and I'm not against that in any way. Hey, whatever.
Honcho's short.
Honcho is short. He got a little in him.
That's good. I don't care who you are.
That's right off the cuff. That was right off the cuff. But anyway.
Appabassin would like to remind you that this is a family show.
Oh, well,
So there's gonna be a lot of bloops and beeps and all that in this one.
Not that we discriminate against
If you need to know
LGBT.
exactly what was going on, we may put an unedited version on YouTube or something. There's another one.
Not that we have a problem with that. If that's what you fancy, hey, I'm not one to judge. I ain't put on here to judge. I mean, if you want to burn in the lake of fire for all eternity, that's your own business. Just kidding. Just kidding now. But anyway, what was I talking about? Let's talk about fishing. Let's get back on fishing. This has been a terrible day. Just an absolute terror. But I'll tell you this.
In case you hadn't noticed.
I'll tell you this. This has been a whole lot better than my previous weekends since I hadn't been out on the water. It's been a whole lot better than that. I advise everybody, if you ain't already got a boat, get one, okay? If you can't afford a boat, fish off the bank. Take a kid fishing, as long as that kid is old enough to tie his own lures, take his own fish off his hook, and such as that. If you gotta tie hooks and take fish off and all that, leave their little aggravating at home. Cause this is where we come to get away. Not here. We won't be coming here anymore. Okay? We won't be coming to this rat hole no more.
learn a lesson.
And we learned a lesson. From here on out, we're going back to Hartwell, Russell, Secession. Where else? We need to go some new places this fall.
Joe Cassie.
We'll go to Joe Cassie, maybe Kiwi,
Kiwi.
maybe Greenwood.
Ford Farm.
We ain't going to Poor Farm. Nah, that's on the list.
It's on the list.
You heard him? You heard Rick?
It's on the
It's
list.
on the list. We ain't going to Poor Farm. No, number one, first thing about Poor Farm, it's a glorified pond, okay? Number two, it's in a bad neighborhood, okay? It is too. You know where it's at, and I'll just leave it at this. There is some, when you pull up on there, you got to go right by this house where this little kid's playing a banjo. Okay? Exactly. Don't get
Sorry.
out. Don't get out. Not that there's anything wrong with kids that
They play the banjo.
play the banjo. There's nothing wrong with them. I love them to death. I forgot what else I was gonna say.
Good.
What you want me to do?
Wrap it up.
That's another thing. Let's talk about contraceptives.
Oh, no. No, wrong
Wrap it
direction,
up.
sir. Can you offer a closing statement, please?
Yeah.
We got like 30 minutes to be out of here.
I gotta pee. And
All right, y'all
over
stay
canned food.
tuned. Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna be doing some more videos. They won't all be this long from here on out, but we've been out for a while. And I had a lot to say. And make sure you stay with Fishing with Honcho or Honcho Fishes.
If I got any friends left after this one.
He didn't have but 3 to start with.
And 2 of them's in this boat.
Yeah.
Rick James got jokes. He's on fire today.
He's on fire. So, Rick caught the first fish today. Tell him what you caught it on, Rick.
Shakehead, tomato.
What about them fishes?
Oh, them fishes love tomatoes.
They sure do. But anyway, this has been an episode of Appalachian Bass Assassin Outdoors. We thank you for being patient with us. Also, I am in talks about, I know we said it a long time ago and it never come around, but we are in talks about getting some shirts, stickers, stuff like that made. Also, be looking in the future for the Deer Assassin episodes. They're going to be coming. And, oh, God, the fish just busted the water out yonder. We got to go, folks. We got to go. We might can get one more bite before we have to load these boats back up on the trailer. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. We love yous. See you next time.